Jazz Crosstar is intended by Honda to bring more of a lifestyle vibe to the Jazz Supermini range and, like the standard model, gets a full hybrid engine. With the Crosstar, there's most of what you get with a small SUV, including a bit of extra ride height, but none of the crossover compromises you won't want to make if at heart you're still a Supermini buyer.
These days, if you don't have exactly the right kind of SUV-style crossover model for every conceivable market segment, it seems you have to create one. Now, this trend is perhaps most obvious at the smallest end of the crossover market. Now, if your brand doesn't already have a really small SUV model in the style of a Nissan Juke or a Volkswagen T-Cross, then it's a potential problem. And that's why Ford had to jazz up its Fiesta Supermini to create the Fiesta Active, and why Audi felt the need to ruggedize the A1 to create the A1 City Carver. Honda is in much the same boat. For crossover buyers, it doesn't have anything smaller than the HR-V. Hence the reason why the brand's fourth generation Jazz Supermini range includes the SUV-style Crosstar model that we're going to look at here. Changes over the standard car are fairly minimal, so there's the same full hybrid engine under the bonnet and also the same clever magic seat system inside. But this Crosstar variant will make much more of a statement on the school run. Thanks to a 37mm increase in ride height, the Crosstar version of this Jazz should be able to offer increased suspension travel, but any benefit is difficult to sense on the road in comparison with the standard version. There are no mechanical changes over the ordinary car, and there's no kind of front-wheel grip control system either. Like all current Jazz models, this one comes only with one engine, the brand's eHEV powertrain. This is a full hybrid unit, so it's properly electrified like a Toyota Yaris hybrid, rather than being only mildly electrified like the MHEV unit you can now have in the Ford Fiesta. The difference is important because a full hybrid can have far more reliance on battery power, especially in urban conditions. In this case, it's a 1.5 litre unit putting out 109 PS, which uses two electric motors and a compact lithium-ion battery pack. The combustion engine sends drive through a clever fixed-gear auto transmission, which Honda reckons is smoother and more efficient than the type of belt-driven CVT setup that the Jazz had before, and the one that Toyota uses in its hybrids. Basically, the whole setup is a downsized version of the 2-litre electrified engine used in the CR-V hybrid, and as there, you get various drive modes which the car selects for you. Most of the time at the wheel of this Honda, you'll be in hybrid drive, which combines the engine and the battery pack in the most efficient manner, while recovering electricity from deceleration and then storing it for future use. In this mode, the eHEV powertrain gives this Jazz a 0 to 60 time of 9.9 seconds and a maximum speed of 107 miles an hour. This Crosstar model is distinguished by a bespoke front and rear bumper, black garnishes around the front fog lights and a black finish for the front grille. There are also black plastic-clad wheel arches and side sill garnishes, and just as there are on the plush EX standard variant, silver-coloured door mirror covers. You also get roof rails along with a 37mm ride height increase. And there's the option, unique to this variant, of two-tone paint, which gives you a gloss black roof, all in an attempt to introduce more of a crossover vibe to this Supermini. As with the standard Jazz, the car is pretty compact, measuring in at around 4 meters in length. Inside, there are only two really significant Crosstar additions over standard EX trim. First is the provision here of water-repellent fabric upholstery, and secondly, you're favoured with an 8-speaker premium audio system. Otherwise, it's just as it would be on an ordinary top-spec EX-grade Jazz model. There are wide body stabilising front seats to reduce fatigue on longer journeys, and the dash has a minimalist, uncluttered look. Its centre Honda Connect 9-inch touchscreen has smartphone-style swipe technology, Honda Personal Assistant, voice control and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone mirroring. And there's also a 7-inch digital instrument cluster. Perhaps the best news, though, is that Honda's clever magic seat design remains in the rear, giving owners the option of either folding the rear bench flat or flipping up the seat bases like that to create a taller load space. Luggage space is 298 litres with the rear seats in place and 1,203 litres with them folded down. Prices for this Jazz Crosstar start from just under £23,000 in the single EX spec available, which represents a premium of around £1,500 over an EX spec Jazz without the Crosstar package. You can pay a little extra for premium or premium plus paint, but otherwise there really aren't too many other options. Black paint will be the default cost-free option, while 6 other paint shades are also available. That includes this special surf blue shade. This Crosstar variant is exclusively available in 2-tone combinations with a gloss black roof. Standard features include adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist and automatic headlights. Plus there's Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone mirroring. Infotainment and connectivity, they benefit from a sophisticated voice command system, the Honda Personal Assistant. It's first seen on the little Honda E. Now this is basically a next generation voice control system in that it can respond to multiple commands. For example, OK Honda, find me an Indian restaurant with Wi-Fi and free parking. And the setup would then display some suitable options on the fascia's central touchscreen before plotting a route to that chosen place. With this car, Honda is also offering the latest version of its Honda Plus smartphone app, which includes remote vehicle locking and unlocking, plus intelligent geofencing. Now that alerts an owner if the vehicle breaches a preset geofence zone. Plus, there's also the ability to send journeying information from the app to the car's navigation system. This car's safety systems benefit from a sophisticated wide-view camera, which works the various standard features. There's collision mitigation braking, that's Honda's autonomous braking setup, and it can detect pedestrians where there's no street lighting and alert the driver when it detects errant cyclists too. You also get road departure mitigation, also a lane keeping assist system, traffic sign recognition with an intelligent speed limiter, blind spot information and a cross-traffic monitor, which warns you of oncoming vehicles when you're reversing out of a parking space. You would hope with all that hybrid technology on board, this Jazz would be a frugal thing, and by and large, it is. The Crosstar model has claimed WLTP rated combined cycle economy and emissions figures of 58.9 mpg and 110 grams per kilometre. That's down from 62.8 mpg and 102 grams per kilometre in the standard model. Insurance is Group 19A. Now, many customers will want to budget ahead for scheduled maintenance, and that's with the fixed price scheme called 5. It includes 5 years worth of maintenance, also an extended warranty for that period, and roadside assistance breakdown cover too, should the unexpected happen. Now, this can be transferred to a new owner if you sell the car on before the service plan's expired. Residual values are expected to be significantly better than most other supermini segment rivals, and the 3-year 90,000 mile warranty, that's better than the package that you get from many competitors too. In addition, surface corrosion is covered for 3 years, exhaust corrosion is covered for 5 years, chassis corrosion, that's covered for 10 years, and structural corrosion is covered for 12 years. Service intervals are every year or 12,000 miles, but the car's service reminder system can tell the driver when work's needed. There are are two schools of thought when it comes to reviewing cars like this. Some see them as cynical marketing exercises, models which pretend SUV-ness but without any real substance. Others take the view that most purpose-designed small crossovers lack much SUV substance anyway, so in many ways choosing a dressed-up, lifestyle-orientated supermini makes just as much sense. We tend to incline towards the latter view, as will folk interested in this Jazz Crosstar. It's about as suited to off-piste motoring as a Land Rover Defender is to a racetrack, but that won't trouble those who visit a Honda showroom in search of a standard Jazz and then spot one of these in the corner. It is, as Honda says, a hybrid to fit into your life.